In this lesson, we will be looking at graphing on a coordinate plane. You can see here that the student expectation is to be able to graph points in all four quadrants using ordered pairs of rational numbers. Here's a look at your vocabulary. Actually, if we'll just start looking here, you see quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Those are four vocabulary words that you need to be familiar with. Also, here is the origin. The origin is at the ordered pair 0, 0. And as well, let's talk about ordered pairs. This is an ordered pair here where you have it written in parentheses, and the X and the Y are separated by the comma. So all of these are your vocabulary words. I have them listed on the next slide here. We have the coordinate plane, the x-axis, y-axis, quadrants, origin, and ordered pairs. So just real quick, the coordinate plane is made up of the x-axis and the y-axis. This is our x-axis, and this is the y-axis. That creates, again, the coordinate plane, which is made up of four quadrants. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And we have ordered pairs all throughout the coordinate plane. You locate a specific ordered pair with an X and a Y. And then most importantly, we have the origin, which is, of course, 0, 0, right there where the X and Y, the main X and Y axis intersect. Okay, let's take a look at an example. Here it says to identify the coordinates of each point and name the quadrant where each point is located. So let's start with A. And again, we're looking for the X and Y, where the X and Y intersect for point A. So let's start with our X. We have to go over to, or we go over 3, and then we have to go down 2 units. So it would be 3 and then negative 2. When you go to the right, it's a positive number. But when you go down, it's a negative number. So point A would be at positive 3, negative 2. Let's look at point B now. And again, same thing. We're looking for the X and Y ordered pair. For B, we will also start with the x-axis. This time we have to go to the left on the x-axis. So that's going to be a negative 4. And then for the Y, we're going to go up 1 unit. So that's going to be a negative 4, 1. And that would be the ordered pair for point B. So again, your x-axis goes right or left, and it's positive to the right, it's negative to the left, and then your y-axis goes up or down. And when you go up, it's a positive. When you go down, it is a negative. In this example, it says graph and label each point on the coordinate plane. So here we have point P, which is at 0, negative 2. If we graphed point P, we would need to start with, we would start at the origin, and it says to go 0 on the x-axis, so we would not go anywhere. And then we need to go down 2 units, so we go down to negative 2, and that's our point right there, and this would be point P. So that's our P. Now let's look for Q. This is our Q right here. It's at negative 4, 1.5. So we will start with the x-axis, and we'll go to negative 4. And then on the y-axis will go up 1.5, and 1.5 would put us at about right there. So we'll put a dot. It's kind of hard to do, real small here, but that will be our point Q. And then finally we have point R, which is at 3.5 on the X and 0 for the Y. So let's go positive 3.5, which would be to the right, and we'll stop right there. And then the Y says 0, so we will not go up or down at all. And we'll put a point right there in the middle. And that is going to be point R. So there you have the P, Q, and R points located on the coordinate grid. All right, in this practice problem, it says write the ordered pairs that represent Henry and the library. So here we have Henry, and Henry would be, if we started at the origin, we would have to go -3 and +4. So for Henry, the ordered pair would be -3 and +4. Now let's take a look at the library. Again, we always start here at the origin, and we go down 3 and to the right 2. So for the library, we're going to be at -3 and +2. So there is a look at ordered pairs, locating ordered pairs on a coordinate plane, and some of the different vocabulary words that we use when using the coordinate plane.